Why, you guys? This CNN host tried to ask a gotcha question and was destroyed instantly. You have to check this out.
Okay, so let's go back to what you just brought up, which is the question about retribution. You also lead the weaponization of the federal government subcommittee. Trump has repeatedly threatened to prosecute Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Barack Obama, Liz Cheney, Nancy Pelosi, Adam Schiff, General Mark Milley, Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg, New York AG Letitia James, and that's just some of the people he has talked about.
Real quick, guys, hit that like button. Who is missing from this list? Who is missing from this list? Who do you guys? I have one person that I think, Vonnie Willis. I think she's missing from this list. Uh, Backstabbing Jack Smith. Is he? No, he's not on there. But who do you guys think is missing from this list? Let me know. I think the ladies, all the ladies from the View. This list can go on and on. The ladies from the View, Caitlin Collins, Dana Bash herself should be on here. Come on, guys. Let's keep going. I don't want to keep pausing it.
Do you support him using the Justice Department to go after the people who disagree?
He didn't do it his first term. What I support is stopping.
Right, but this is a second term.
What I support is stopping this lawfare, stopping this political targeting, political cases. We all know the Fonnie Willis case, the Alvin Bragg case, and the Jack Smith cases were all driven by politics. The American people understood it. That's why they had this overwhelming win. One of the reasons of this overwhelming win for President Trump. So I'm against the retribution. I'm against the Justice Department saying if you're a mom and dad showing up at a school board meeting, we're going to investigate you. I'm against the FBI putting together a memorandum at the Richmond field office which said if you're a pro-life Catholic, you're an extremist.
So I just want to...
We want all that to stop.
I just want to put a button on this. So what you are saying is that all of the times that President Trump said so many things about people that he promised that he would go after them and prosecute them, you were going to encourage him not to do that?
Well, all I know is what he didn't do. That.
I know, but we're talking
about lock her up. You know, he's talking about his opponent in 2016, Secretary Clinton, talked about lock her up. He didn't do that. He didn't go. But the Democrats went after him.
I know, but I'm talking about Donald
Trump's
Trump's second term.
I mean,
going forward. Since then, he has said many times.
I don't think any of that's going to happen because we're the party who's against political prosecution. We're the party who's against going after your opponents using lawfare. In fact, I think this is one of the issues that the
So
American
it was
people
just
said,
a campaign rhetoric? It wasn't real?
Well, I think he's pointing out what's going on. The retribution, actually, Liz Cheney in January 6th.
So all these people were going after Trump, you know, before he won the presidency, right? All these people were going after him, and they thought it was fine to do that. And then when he wants to go do it, no one wants to play the game anymore. My mom always told me, it's no fun when the rabbit has the gun. She always used to say that to me, guys. And that's exactly what we're about to witness. That's why they're having private meetups in the Pentagon right now. Talking about what they're going to do if Trump has complete control. Because they know their butts are on the line right now, guys. And they are scared. They're panicking. I'm telling you guys, we got them right where we want them. Let's keep going.
Went after President Trump, said things that weren't accurate, I think, in their report. The other individuals he's talked about have been part of this retribution going after President Trump. Never forget, it started clear back before he was in office. They spied on his campaign in 2016.
But I am not talking about...
for 8 years, they've been going after President Trump.
He won.
He sure did. He won big.
He won big. So my question, and what people want to know, is what he is going to do looking
I think
forward.
he's going to do.
Just for example, 2 days ago, he called for investigations into anyone spreading rumors.
I think he's going to secure the border. I think he's going to get rid of this crazy inflation that's hurting middle class and working class families, hurting our economy. I think he's going to get back to common sense energy policy. I think he's going to focus on protecting the First Amendment. I mean, think about this. Did you ever think you would see Donald Trump, Elon Musk, RFK Jr., and Tulsi Gabbard on the same team? They were on the same team because people...
It was 48 hours, and he made history. He made history by having RFK on his team, Tulsi Gabbard. First chief of staff is a woman. That's the very first time. I'm telling you, this guy's making history. Russia wants to talk now.
Because of the attack on free speech, the attack on the First Amendment. He's going to focus on those things that the American people elected him to do.
Okay. I mean, there are a lot of... I want to move on to immigration. There are a lot of things that you just said that I think aren't totally fact-based. So they say that they're for free speech, but there are a lot of things that we know are not happening. I want to ask about immigration.
Came together.
Well,
all maybe. Because of the attacks on the First Amendment, on free. This is something our committee spent a bunch of time. We understand that there was censorship. We pointed that out.
Let's turn to immigration. Top Trump advisor Stephen Miller says that mass deportations of undocumented immigrants will begin as soon as Donald Trump takes office. I want to play this out for the American people so that they understand what exactly is going to happen. First of all, he takes office. Who's targeted first?
Well, he's already said that. People who have migrants here who committed crimes, criminal.
How are you going to find them?
The ones who committed crimes, you go after them. We've had.
But I mean,
Miss
like who actually?
Whose daughter was killed. We've had Rachel Morin's family who came in and talked.
How are they going to be found, or is it going to?
Really quick, guys, do you notice how she just switched the topics? All she wants to do is just switch the topic. She don't want to talk about any of the things that they did. She's gonna sit there and just make sure they're not gonna come back and get us. That's basically all it is. I just want to know if Trump's gonna get us back. Basically, that's all I'm hearing. She's just trying to control this narrative. This is horrible journalism, guys. Dana Bash, I, I, I can't with you.
Be the
Well,
military? Is it going to
here's
be
another
local
place
law
we can start.
enforcement?
1.3 million migrants have already had their asylum case adjudicated, been in front of a judge, and the judge says you do not qualify under the law. We're the party of the rule of law. Those 1.3 million, they
Right, but
don't
so
qualify under the law.
my question
Their
is
case has
how
been
you
added.
get them.
They're supposed to be removed. They have a removal order. You start there. You start with the
but who's
criminals.
the
You start
you?
with the people who've already been.
I want to understand. So people say, like, let's say one of these people is living in their apartment complex. Is the military going to come in? Is it the local law enforcement? How is it actually physically going to work?
The Trump administration, the Department of Homeland Security, will work with local law enforcement, and we'll focus on the people who 1.3 million already been in front of a judge and said, no, you're not entitled to stay here. You have to be removed. There's an order there, a court of law. They've had their due process. They've had the whole process play out.
Okay, so let's move on beyond that population, non-criminals, people who are in the country who are not legal citizens, those who have not committed crimes.
We're starting with the criminal element.
I know, but
and
after
the
that.
1.3. Well, we'll start there and then go from that point. But again, this was clear in the election. This was one of the top issues. President Trump had the greatest political comeback in history. Won 30 states, won all 7 swing states, won the popular vote, won an electoral college landslide. This was one of the big issues. He's told the American people he's going to do it.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm asking how it's going to work.
This is how I believe it'll start. And remember, they told him in his first term, oh, he couldn't do certain things. He got them done. I'm convinced he'll get it done, but I also am convinced he's going to start with the criminal element and the 1.3 million
And then
who've already been in front of a judge, and
is-
the judge says you have to be removed.
Ultimately, will it be 15 to 20 million as he promised on the campaign trail?
We will see. What I know is if
But
you
you're
send
not
that
committing
message,
to it.
if you send that message, I think that is so good for securing our border, which the country wants. Just the opposite of what the Biden administration did. Biden and Harris administration came in on day one and said, no more building the wall, no more remain in Mexico, and when you get here, you will not be detained, you will be released, and 10 million came in. So the country rightly said, oh, let's put a stop to that, and the place to begin is with the criminal element and the 1.3 million who've already been adjudicated.
So the last question I want to ask about this are the dreamers. There are an estimated 3.6 million people who were brought into this country illegally by their parents. They were too young to know the difference. Many of them know no other home but the United States. Do you believe that ultimately they too should be removed?
I'll tell you guys like this. To end this video here, I'll tell you guys like this. Those people need to be punished for breaking the law. Those people need to be punished for going after Trump. You know what I mean? If you let me rob a bank once, I get away with it. Then you let me do it again and you have all the evidence and I keep getting away with it. What do you think I'm going to keep doing? I'm going to keep breaking the law. So people want to sit there and keep breaking the law. Then once the consequences come about, now everybody wants to run and hide. I just said it. It's not fun when the rabbit has a gun. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you're new. And as always, let me know what to react to. We're out.